Cinderella was a beautiful girl. She was kind and gentle too. Cinderella lived with her stepmother and two stepsisters. They did not like Cinderella. They were not kind to her. Cinderella had to work very hard. She cleaned the house. She did all the cooking. She also washed all the clothes. Her stepsisters did nothing. They only cared about themselves. Cinderella dreamed of a better life. She wished for kindness. She hoped for happiness. Cinderella never stopped believing in good things. One day, news came to the town. The town crier's voice echoed through the streets, drawing everyone's attention. People gathered around the notice board, eager to hear the latest announcement. The king was having a grand ball. It was the most anticipated event of the year, and everyone was buzzing with excitement. Invitations were sent out, sealed with the royal crown, promising a night of splendor and celebration. Cinderella's stepsisters were so excited they could hardly contain their joy as they chattered about the upcoming ball, their eyes sparkling with dreams of dancing and romance. They talked of nothing else but beautiful gowns and dancing. Every conversation revolved around the latest fashions and who would be the most dazzling at the ball. Cinderella longed to go to the ball too. She dreamed of wearing a beautiful gown and dancing under the grand chandeliers, her heart filled with hope and longing. But her stepsisters laughed at her. They mocked her dreams and told her she was foolish to even think she could attend such a grand event. They told her she was just a servant. They reminded her of her place in the household, making her feel small and insignificant. On the night of the ball, Cinderella helped her stepsisters get ready. She carefully adjusted their gowns and made sure every detail was perfect, even though her own heart was breaking. They put on their finest dresses. The stepsisters looked stunning in their elegant gowns, ready to impress everyone at the ball. They laughed and danced out the door. Their excitement was palpable as they left for the ball, leaving Cinderella behind without a second thought. Cinderella was left all alone. The house felt emptier than ever, and the silence was a stark contrast to the earlier hustle and bustle. She felt sad and heartbroken. Her dreams seemed so far out of reach, and the loneliness weighed heavily on her heart. Cinderella sat by the fireplace, tears rolling down her cheeks. The warmth of the fire did little to comfort her as she wept quietly, but even in her sadness, Cinderella did not get bitter. She held on to a glimmer of hope, believing that her time would come. She knew that good things would come to those who wait. Her faith in a better future kept her spirits from completely breaking. She clung to that hope. It was the one thing that kept her going, the belief that someday her dreams would come true. Suddenly a bright light filled the room, illuminating every corner with a warm, magical glow. Standing there was a kind-looking woman, her eyes twinkling with kindness and wisdom. She was none other than Cinderella's fairy godmother, a figure of hope and magic. The fairy godmother gently told Cinderella not to cry, her voice soothing and reassuring. She promised Cinderella that she would help her go to the ball no matter what. With a wave of her magic wand, the fairy godmother transformed everything around them. Cinderella's old tattered clothes magically turned into a stunning, beautiful gown. Her worn-out shoes transformed into sparkling glass slippers that fit perfectly. A simple pumpkin in the corner turned into a grand, elegant carriage ready for the ball. The fairy godmother warned Cinderella to be back by midnight, as the magic would only last until then. With everything set, Cinderella was off to the ball, her heart filled with excitement and hope. At the ball, everyone turned to look at Cinderella. She was a vision of grace and beauty, capturing the attention of everyone in the room. She was the most beautiful girl there, her elegance unmatched. Her presence was enchanting, and she seemed to float as she moved. The prince, mesmerized by her charm, asked Cinderella to dance. They danced all night, lost in each other's eyes. Cinderella was so happy, feeling a joy she had never known before. She almost forgot the time. The hours had flown by so quickly. As the clock struck midnight, Cinderella remembered her fairy godmother's warning. Panic set in as she realized she had to leave immediately. She rushed out of the ballroom, her heart pounding. She didn't want the magic to end, but she had no choice. In a hurry, she lost one of her glass slippers. It lay on the staircase, a delicate reminder of the magical night. The prince was determined to find the beautiful girl he had danced with all night. He couldn't forget her enchanting presence. He promised to find her, no matter what it took. His heart was set on reuniting with the girl who had captured his heart. He would search the entire kingdom, all for the girl who fit the glass slipper. And he did. He found Cinderella, and his heart soared with joy. The prince knew she was the one. Their connection was undeniable, and they both felt it deeply. They got married in a grand ceremony and lived happily ever after. Their love story became a legend. Cinderella's kindness and patience had been rewarded in the end. She found true love and happiness, living a life filled with joy and contentment.